Game 5 today. It's the much-awaited appearance of Japan, fresh from their 4th place at the Olympic Sevens. Welcome to them and welcome to China onto the field here. You can hear the thunder as a massive storm rolls overhead. And this is a very young Japanese side. None of the stars from the Olympics here, unfortunately. But Japan taking this opportunity to blood the next generation, as they did during the Asia Rugby Championship 15-a-side tournament. In China, it'll be interesting to see how they go and who they've brought. Always new players. The roster seems to change quite regularly in the Chinese staffing. But don't be put off by the fact that Japan sent a bunch of young university players. They'll be out jumping out of their skins to show what they can do under the microscope of Japanese rugby. And this is the first game of the men's side of the draw this weekend of leg 1 of the Asia Rugby 7 series, and it's Japan first up on the ball. And they've got the wind and the rain slightly at their back, you could say. It's going to be difficult out there for both sides to control this ball, and defence is going to be key. And Japan dropping it down there and towing it through with China, but over the dead ball area it goes. So it'll be a 22 restart for Japan. Very big men down there indeed for both sides. Toyota kicks it off nice and deep and over the shoulder. Jiang can't quite take it, and that's gone. He's got a finger on that, so that's a good result for Japan. 5 meters in to the Chinese half from a 22 restart. Good result for them. This is really going to challenge the skills and patience of all the sides today. It's an artificial pitch, so it's not going to get muddy, but it still gets slippery.
Rain's already caused 3 or 4 errors from both teams.
That's right.
We're testing this new Japanese side.
And that's going to mean a lot of set pieces, and those are going to be hard to control too, so teams going to have to adapt to these conditions. Just an hour ago it was steamy, hot and sunny, and now it's cooled down 5 or 6 degrees. It's pelting down. Once it stops raining though, this pitch will dry pretty quick under the humidity. So our first set piece of the game, a line out 5 meters inside Chinese half. Short to the front and low, bobble back. Japanese struggle to get it under control, but now they do. Now we get to see them in full flight out the side of the hand, and Keiju Suruta can't control it. High risk stuff in these conditions. See number 1, Shioni Teaupa with the run, and the Japanese supporters sitting next to us getting right in behind their lads. Referee Matt Rodden from Hong Kong Society. It's scruffy, it's messy, and China are going back to recover this. And this is Feng. Rain is coming to a standstill now. Scooting down the side now. This is good. It's Japan's 2-on-1. Oh, and he's gone for the big floater inside to Feng, to Jiang, and he picks it up on the bounce, and he is gonna go all the way. Thought he had botched that. Feng screaming down the wing. Instead of giving the simple ball, he floats it inside, gets the lucky bounce, and It's China on the board first, 5-0. Kicks over, so that's Chong Ma. He's one of the danger men in this Chinese side, been around a few years now. Here goes Feng. Sorry, that's the finishing to Jiang, Wei Jiang. Doesn't matter how you do it, I suppose, it's just whether you do it. 7-0. And also on the World Series, they re-qualified for that during the Hong Kong Sevens, April of this year. They had a tough old time on the series, only managed one win on the whole series. Got relegated out, Russia came in, and then lo and behold, they come fourth at the Olympics. Incredible performance from Japan. And here they are with the ball. This is Taopa. He goes straight and hard. Links up with Tsuruta, who takes it this time. Yamada. This is Fakatava. It's finally taken to the ground, and Gao's on top of him. Toyota swings it wide. Naka sends the last pass forward, and that's a little bit sloppy. As this all-new generation of Japanese players look to gel and get their campaign underway.
You can see Japan men are adapting to the weather conditions, just slowing their attack a little bit, controlling their pass, making sure they have enough depth in order to catch the ball.
First scrum of the game, with a minute left in this first half. Japan been wanting to get some points on the board before they go in for the Oranges, and again trying to work their way down their right hand flank, but a bit of mistiming there, miscommunication. Largely unknown group of players, these Japanese. I'm speaking to Rich Freeman, the oracle of Japanese rugby, journalist over there in Japan. Didn't know much about them at all, except they're all playing for universities. It's quick hands out wide, but Japanese defence is, sorry, the Chinese defence sliding across nicely, and just in a rush to pick that one, and he's knocked it on, and this will be the last play of the game.
You saw the control of China there in the ruck, not actually going for the ball, but just spreading out so that they could cover that wide channel. China looking very experienced and confident.
Yeah, some old campaigners out there rubbing their hands to get a shot against a weaker Japanese side. And there it is over the sideline. So one good try to China, and they take a 7-0 lead into the break against regional powerhouse Japan. Sure, their coaches are in there saying play the conditions. Sure, they've come here with a plan B. Do wonder if China might, or Japan might, bring in some of their bigger guns in the other legs. They've already qualified for the World Series. The winner of this series will actually appear in the World Series event in Singapore. So because Japan's already qualified for that, they're a core team. If they were to win the series here, whoever came second would go and take that spot. So teams like China and Hong Kong and Sri Lanka especially, Korea, front runners, would love to get a shot at participating on the World Series in Singapore. And the top 2 teams from this series will play in the World Series qualifiers, which will be at the Hong Kong Sevens. Again, Japan are already on the circuit, so next 2 teams after that. That's good, because that'll mean 3 Asian sides will be contesting for that World Series. Well, 1 already in the series and 2 more contesting for it in a 12-team format. So it's not just about winning these tournaments, it's about winning the series and the spoils that come with that, such as joining the World Series or a chance to join the World Series or to appear in Singapore. Those are the big carrots. Away we go in the second half. China clinging to a 7-point lead against their formidable opponents, Japan, who haven't really looked like scoring yet. But I'm sure that will change soon. It's battered back rather untidily and lots of pushing and shoving off the ball, actually, says referee Matt Rodden. And if Matt's mum's tuning in from New Zealand, hello, Mrs. Rodden. Surging forward now comes Fakatava. It's a very good surge, and China struggling to get players behind the ball here. There's an overlap if they can work it. Tsuruta, that's good covering defence from China, but he reaches out to Keiju Tsuruta, and they've got their first try of the campaign. Putting 5 on the board, much needed.
First try of the second half goes to Japan.
Eventually it had to come.
Just spotted a little gap, carried on with a leg drive. That managed to get him over.
Good strength, wasn't it? And he had his colleague Kazuki Yamada pushing from behind, blowing smoke up and from behind, which helped him out. To level it up from the sideline is Toyota, but he can't do so. And so it's a 2-point game now with about 5 minutes remaining in this first half. The Sri Lankan team is coming into the stadium in front of us. Always a good team to watch playing as well. Expensive rugby. Away we go again through Kohai Toyota. Puts it down deep. China have managed that one, handled it, and what's their exit going to look like? Feng decides to straighten it up, waits for support to get him behind him. Finally it comes. Good counter rucking from the Japanese. It's a tussle, this one. This is a pivotal moment, and it's been won by Japan as they get the penalty. And quick tap and go through Han, and just like that. Hard to defend when you're up there on the ball, and a quick penalty and the opponents have the ball in hand. It's almost a slight disadvantage, you might say, but it doesn't matter. 2 tries for Japan, and they lead now 10-7.
That penalty resulted from a Chinese man coming in from the side of the ruck. Quick reaction from Japan to quick tap, and he was through.
It's unfair, isn't it? Get a quick tap like that. There's a pivotal collision there with both teams putting 3 or 4 players into it, both recognising the importance of winning that breakdown. As you say, the counter rucking from Japan was very powerful, very efficient. Kick deep down now, and that's been battered back off the hand into the hands of Jiang Liwei. Can they collect themselves to put another one on the board with Plenty of time left on the clock. Here goes Danger Man, Chong Ma. The more he gets it, the more chance China's going to have, you'd think. And here he is fishing it out. That's Zhang. Chen gets lifted up after he's passed it, but Fakatava doesn't go through with it, and bursting around the side comes Wang Jinhua. And just when they needed it the most, China have come back at them with an 80-metre effort to take that lead out again to 2 points.
Japan's inside cover not quite getting there on 2 occasions, leaving a hole on the inside for China's support to come running past.
Try scorer corrected number 11, Liu Junkui, is Chong Ma, a veteran of this series. When he decides to get involved, things happen. One of the most influential players on the series, but he can't get that one over. So 2 points and 2 minutes remaining. It's hard to say if this would be an upset or not, really, because it's an unknown Japanese side. But with the depth they have, it's never going to be a D team. Koyotsuka takes it from the kickoff nicely, and now we see this danger man Shioni Teopa, and he sets off his flying winger Suruta. They've linked up 3 or 4 times, those two, and they look dangerous together. Toyota fishes it out. Naka, wide hands, there's no overlap. Defense is already aligned, and he might have just had a sneaky look up there and seen that the defense was well aligned. And he's knocked it on the 5 meters inside Chinese territory.
Teopa just using that little flick pass so that he can block the Chinese player from getting across to his winger.
A little backhander.
Yeah, uses his body to get in the way.
He's linking out well with number 10, Keiju Tsuruta. Those two look dangerous down the flank. 42 seconds left on the clock, and away now comes Jiang and throws out the miracle ball, and it can't be taken. So 30 seconds away from, let's call it an upset. Let's call it a boil over. A lot of pressure on this young Japanese side, following in the footsteps of giants. Japan beat New Zealand at the Olympics, went on to take 4th spot. No amateurs. And here they are with just 10 seconds to rescue this match. Big push comes in from China. There's the hooter now, and China going to defend with their lives. It's knocked on. Goes to Chong Ma. Do they kick it out, or they just try and score? He's tried to kick it to the sideline, hasn't made it. Oh no, this is a disaster. But referee Matt Rodden said, it's over, and there's fist pumps. China knows that's a rare win against powerhouses Japan. They're loving that. And well, for Japan, this young side will go and lick their wounds, and wow, that's upset things on opening match of the men's side of the draw. Rosie Fong, we didn't see that coming.
No, definitely not. China's defense is really, really well structured at the moment. They just held back, let Japan come to them, and then tackled them.
Chinese women's team there watching on, and they look happy too. So they got their campaign underway against Uzbekistan. So good start to China men and women. And that's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Up next, South Korea versus Singapore. Koreans, the other dark horses, as always. Thank you for joining us here in Hong Kong. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we'll be switching the feed to rugbypass.com. Get in there, get yourself a free monthly subscription if you're not a member already. Up until then, we'll be streaming right here. Today, 24 games. We're 5 games into 24 games. Tomorrow, 16 games straight into the knockouts early in the morning. Japanese women's side there, got the laptops out,